Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review, and today we are going to be taking a look at my G1 Whirl. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have G1 Whirl, and I have to apologize because this has been long overdue. This guy's probably been built for at least 2 years minimum, probably even longer. I believe it was Brix Motion that inspired me to get on this because he has a very cool whirl, and I'll take a crack at that. But there's like at least 100 Transformers that I've built that's been built since at least last year June that I haven't done videos yet for, and I get excited about the new stuff, so that's why you might get some of that first. But I have enough videos to really keep you guys busy for probably the next 3 or 4 years, roughly. So articulation in helicopter mode. I mean, it's on stud friction, but ideally it would turn on this black plate right here. There's like a 1x2 black jumper, and it would rotate on that. But it's stud friction, so it's not going to rotate freely, and it was kind of necessary like that in order to get the transformation as accurate as possible. So that's pretty much it for that. Seems pretty cool. So let's just get straight into transformation. I'm gonna do a little zoomy, and let's get this guy out the way right here. We're gonna move the blades together like so, and then have everything sit flush right there with that square bars. The next thing that we're going to do is flip out the legs, of course. Real simple. Flip out the feet. Very nice. Now this is the part that could be a little tricky, but what we're going to do is you got to lift up the cockpit right here. And I guess while we're there, we could kind of just rotate the head out like so. We got the little antenna piece. We're going to just rotate that on stud friction. Now this was probably the last part that had to get done on this, like, because I had a gold wrench there for the head, and it was like that for a while. So I recently ordered this piece to make sure that he was complete, and he might have been like complete for like almost a year now. So, but that was like one of the things holding it up. I forgot to get the black wrench. So here you can see that these parts are attached right here, so I got to like really get in there to show you what's going on. Now keep in mind, I'm making this video, it's a one-off because I had a client that recently purchased this, and it's just kind of sitting in their hands and they don't know how to transform it because I never did a video. So you could thank them for getting this, I guess, earlier than I would have naturally made it. So as you can see here, you see how it has this 1x2 with the bar right there, and then you have the light gray mixel right there. I'm trying to get the light and everything in there. That's where we're going to disconnect it at. So you're going to kind of just get your finger right in there, and it's going to rotate on this clip right there. So as you dislodge it, it'll rotate away like that. So you can kind of see where it was connected. Right there, that stud was connected right behind there. So we're going to do that on both sides. This cockpit has to be up in order to like really get the clearance for that. So you want to kind of just like stretch the arm out. Get that out because you're going to kind of just dig your nail right in between that gray and black piece right there. Like so. And you can do that without like really parts forming or anything, so that's fine. But while we're out, you're going to rotate this piece all the way back to where the gray is now facing you, like that. So rotate it back, and the gray's facing you now. And then you can kind of just get the arms and the proper orientation from there. Now from that, we're going to just rotate this whole piece back on these hinges back here. The set of hinges here, not this, but here. So that'll fold to the back and sit flush like that. So this is what it should look like. Now from here, you can put the cockpit back up, and he looks like he's almost done. Now if you want, you could leave him like this, but there are further steps to where I kind of like compact the backpack some, because you got all this kind of just sticking out there. It's fine if you want to, but if you want it to be like a little more compact, then this is what we do. I'm going to rotate that out. Now on these 1x2s with the bars, there's one here and one on the other side right here. These actually split to where this is going to move out that way one stud, and all this is going to move out the stud, so that way this could flip up inside of it. So it's on just one little clip right there, so you gotta kind of just maneuver it a little bit. If you want, you could kind of like bend that out the way if you want to like get a better hold on it. Or here's a better way: bend everything up a little bit, so that way you could kind of get the individual pieces. You see how that worked just there? So you could kind of just bend this up almost 90 degrees, and then you can kind of just wiggle that out until it's flush. And you can see how it's flush there now. And then do the same on the other side. It's easier to push, and now it's flush right here. Perfect. Now you're going to do the same sliding technique for this guy, but as it's bent up, I'm going to bring it down on that clip hinge right there. You see how right now it's towards the bottom. From here, make sure everything's held down. You're going to rotate it without breaking it, ideally. Probably just grab it while it's like this. Rotate it like that. So once it's there, you should be able to just kind of tuck that up in there like that. I know it's a little complicated, but it kind of makes it fun at the same time, as long as nothing comes apart. Well, like I said, you could also leave everything down. That's fine too. And then once that's there, everything is where it should be, and then you rotate this back to kind of like sit flush within that 4 stud space. And then you could kind of just get this guy orientated properly. Now if you want, from what it looks like, I feel like the shoulders should kind of, I don't know, I feel like they sit up high enough. I think if I do anything else, it'll throw it off a little bit, but I'm going to experiment right now with you guys on the camera. So we're going to rotate that down, and what that'll allow us to do is kind of just pick everything up and put the shoulder higher, maybe. Let me just see how that looks. Might be too high. Yeah, the shoulders are like coming out of this guy's ears now. No, we're not doing that. It's like, it kind of seems like the right thing, but no, it was wrong. There you go. So I had it right the first time. So I mean, at that point, Whirl is done. So for those of you who have physically built this, you could kind of just either do the video in reverse. I didn't want to start off in robot mode, even though you end up building him in robot mode when you get the instructions, but I mean, you could kind of get the gist of what's supposed to go where, you know. So for articulation, since we're on it, you have, I don't even know if you would call that some type of butterfly joint, but it is on a 1x1 round with a stick, so I mean, you could use that to your advantage if you want. But being due to the nature of the ball cup orientation, it does kind of give you like a butterfly joint effect. Does have an elbow on ball joint, and then with the hands, they're just on clips and hinges, so well, there's no rotation or anything. It's just that's all he does. It's kind of like a crab hand a little bit. The head is on a ball joint, so you could get the confused look. You can look down if you want. You can look up, rotate 360. The hips are pretty basic. We get the arms out the way here. You can get up about that far, but it's like, you know, I've never seen a Transformer do a split yet, so you don't really need that. But, you know, you have full range for hip rotation, 90-degree at the knee. Being that the ankle is on a rounded 1x1, you could get like a real deep ankle tilt right there. And you do have stud friction ankle rotation right there. So even though he has like little ski legs, you can still get him pretty planted to the ground, get him nice and flat, like so. So yeah, this was definitely a fun build. I'm surprised that I haven't done a video for this guy yet. I mean, like I said, there's probably at least 100 things that are built behind me that have no video, so you'll probably see a majority of them when I do a review of like all the like the whole display pretty much. So the reason of this video is because the instructions are already available on BrixMediaStudios.com, so now you could actually build it. You know how to transform it now, and yeah, stay tuned for even more Lego Transformers in the future. Peace.